are watching Channel Y. Channel Y, a South Asian Canadian channel.
On behalf of Y Media Group, I'd like to welcome our Minister for Housing, Diversity and Inclusion, Minister Ahmed. Minister, I hope this time we'll get lucky. How are you?
Very good. Thank you so much for having me on your program.
Very welcome. And Minister, we just heard the budget. I have a few questions as well, but why don't we start with you highlighting the details?
The budget 2023 is really about delivering a new inflation relief for Canadians, of a grocery rebate to help people pay for groceries. We're also investing significant amounts of money to strengthen our universal public healthcare system and rolling out a new Canadian dental care plan for millions of Canadians. And this is going to really improve the lives of people who really need access to those services. And we're also making transformative investments to build Canada's clean economy by creating good middle-class jobs right across the country. You're seeing significant investments come to Canada, Michelin, the new Volkswagen announcement. You're seeing these kinds of investments. People are choosing to invest in Canada because we've been investing in creating the foundation for a clean economy. On other matters, we're also providing relief to those who have mortgages by providing more flexibility and issuing guidelines to banks and other financial institutions. While also on April 4th, the $40,000 first-time home buyer savings account will come into place. So financial institutions will be able to offer that product to Canadians as of April the 1st.
Yeah, this is something which is quite interesting. Can you explain a little bit more about the details for this first-time home buyer product? Yeah.
Yes, what it does is it allows people who are first-time home buyers to save up to $40,000 in a tax-free savings account, meaning it's tax-free when it goes in and tax-free when it comes out. What it helps is with first-time home buyers to be able to access purchasing a home, and in addition to that, we're also going ahead to invest $4 billion in a housing accelerator fund, which will work with municipalities to really increase the housing supply. We want to make sure that we double the number of new homes in Canada in the next 10 years, and the housing accelerator fund will help a lot with that. We need more supply in this country. We have the fastest growing population in the G7 because of natural growth as well as immigration, and we need more housing supply, and we need it now.
All right, and there have also been a few changes in the non-Canadians in the country. Say, for instance, if you're on a work visa, you can purchase some residential properties. What are those changes?
It's for people who are here to really work and build a life and help us grow our economy. Those people were never meant to be targeted by the foreign ban. And we've made other amendments to also allow foreign entities who are coming to build more housing. If you're coming to build more housing supply, then we should welcome that, because it's something that I believe we all need. We all need more housing supply in this country, and we don't need to block that. And therefore, the amendments, the changes are taking place to ensure that those who are coming to work and help us grow our economy, and those who are coming to build more homes and more supply are not affected by this ban.
Minister, you've been the Minister of Immigration in your earlier portfolios, and the target is to welcome almost 500,000 immigrants, but the concerns are regarding housing. Your take on this one?
Well, look, first of all, a good number of those new permanent residents are already here. They're people who will transition from either temporary foreign workers, international students, and other people who are already here who will become permanent residents. That's number one. Number two, a substantial number will also be invited this year who will come to become permanent residents, but they're actually coming to help us build our new homes. So they will, as you know, the construction sector the housing sector is lacking, severely lacking many people who have the skills necessary to build homes. There's a labor shortage and a skills shortage in the housing sector, and we need to utilize immigration to allow people to come in so that they can help us build more homes for Canadians.
Yeah, the final question on this one is, how are we planning to work with our provincial and municipal counterparts to boost the housing supply?
That's precisely what the Housing Accelerator Fund is all about. It's about working with municipalities, because they're the ones who are responsible for the permits, for the permitting and the approvals and the delivery of housing. And so we need to make sure that we're working with them to increase their own capacity and invest in their capacity to do more and to build more housing supply in Canada. $4 billion will be going into that effort. It's a 5-year program, so we're in this for the long term, and the idea is that we will institute changes that will result in the doubling of new homes in Canada, built in Canada in the next 10 years.
You're also the Minister for Diversity and Inclusion. I was reading a report that the hate crime, is increasing in Canada. Even crimes against the Catholic have risen 260%. That's a big number, and almost every other religion, the numbers have increased as far as the hate crime is concerned. So, what's the government doing on this one?
We are combating hate in all its forms. I'm tasked with developing a national action plan to combat hate. In addition to that, Budget 2023 contains additional investments to the tune of $25 million towards combating racism and hate in all its forms. So we'll continue to do that. It's a priority for our government, including combating online hate. So this is something that is ongoing. We'll continue to work with community partners on the ground who are doing the heavy lifting in the fight against hate by funding them, by empowering their efforts, and by working closely with other orders of government as well.
All right, Minister. I think these are two very important topics: the housing and diversity and inclusion. Especially if we see the housing has been a challenge, and the hate crimes are on the rise. 27% increase overall, but certain sections are being targeted a lot more. So hopefully, when you're here in our studios, we'll discuss more. Thank you so much for your time. Anything else you want to quickly add before I let you go?
Thank you. There is also different investments in the Security Infrastructure Program. This is the program that invests in additional security and enhanced security for community centers and places of worship. This is very, very important to communities, and I just wanted to share that with your listeners.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Minister, and we'll talk soon. Thank you for your time, and we wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
You are watching Channel Y, a South Asian Canadian channel.